my summer break! The musical series Schmigadoon recently finished up its first season on Apple TV+, and I want to talk about it. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's discuss what I loved, what I would change, and my overall thoughts on Schmigadoon. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi! My name is Kat, and I really like musicals. If you really like musicals, hit subscribe to join the musical theater internet cult. If you don't, you'll get trapped inside of a musical from the 1950s. And yes, I have that authority. Let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor. Hi! This video is sponsored by America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. They make cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. The other night, I cooked their beef flautas for my family, and they were incredible. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you know you'll get something delicious every time. They offer tons of different meals, so you'll never end up in a recipe rut. HelloFresh makes living healthy easier with many low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options every week. Plus, every recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. With HelloFresh, produce gets to you faster than a grocery store, so it arrives at peak freshness and flavor. The average trip to the grocery store is about 41 minutes. With HelloFresh, you can skip those trips and get everything you need to make chef-curated meals delivered right to your door. They take care of all of the stressful stuff, the meal planning and prepping, so you get to do the fun part, the actual cooking and eating. With HelloFresh, you can get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes, or even 20 minutes with their quick and easy options. They offer 50 menu and market items each week, including ready-to-eat salads, sandwiches, and soup. And HelloFresh can help you eat more sustainably. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means there's less prep for you and less wasted food. The packaging HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable or already recycled content. HelloFresh's carbon footprint is 25% lower than that of meals made from store-bought groceries. Personally, I love HelloFresh. It saves me so much time and stress. Every recipe has been like gourmet level incredible, and it's been so much fun to cook with my family and friends. If you want to get started, go to HelloFresh.com and use code 14CAT to get 14 free meals plus free shipping. Again, that's HelloFresh.com, code 14CAT to get 14 free meals across your first 5 boxes and free shipping. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Question of the day, what's your favorite Golden Age musical? Let me know in the comments down below. If I had to choose one, I feel like it changes all the time, but right now, I'd say Oklahoma. I loved the revival. Incredible, like probably top 3 best productions I've seen in my life. So let me know your faves in the comments down below. I just said faves out loud. Schmigadoon, as you can probably guess, is a riff on the 1947 Broadway musical Brigadoon, which has an absolutely bonkers premise. 2 dudes go on a hunting trip and they discover a magical lost village that only reappears in Scotland every 100 years. What? Well, in Schmigadoon, we meet couple Melissa and Josh, played by Cecily Strong and Keegan-Michael Key. Their relationship has fallen by the wayside in recent years. Romantic Melissa feels underappreciated, practical Josh feels like her expectations are unrealistic. While hiking, they get trapped in the magical town of Schmigadoon, where life is a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, and to escape, they'll need to find true love. The series is produced by SNL's Lorne Michaels and co-created by Ken Dario and Cinco Paul, who, full disclosure, I know! Cinco was a really involved parent at my high school. He ran the improv team I was on. He's truly the nicest person and has the deepest appreciation for musical theater. And he wrote all of the songs for the show, which, spoiler alert, are fantastic. Speaking of which, I want to give you the option to make this review spoiler-free. I'm not going to intentionally spoil anything, but in the process of discussing, we might kinda. So if you want to be totally surprised, just mute the screen when it turns black and white. Okay, so overall, I've really enjoyed Schmigadoon. I think the more you like or know musicals, the funnier or more nuanced you'll find the show. It's probably not for everyone, but if you're watching my channel, it's probably for you. The all-star cast is worth the watch alone. Kristin Chenoweth, Alan Cumming, Dove Cameron, Fred Armisen, and so many more. I'm excited to rewatch it because I keep catching new things. Like, each viewing gets a little more meta. It really feels like you're watching a classic musical. The solo numbers are filmed in long, unbroken takes, which feels so retro. The songs are so layered in parody that each listen it gets funnier. Just the whole sense of humor of the show is really silly and sweet and odd. Like, the moment that made me laugh out loud the hardest was when Aaron Tveit was parodying CAROUSEL, and he cycles through 30 synonyms for stealing, like at the end of Billy's soliloquy, but he just keeps going with the synonyms until his voice just fades out into the distance because we've just walked away from him. I think that's so funny. Like, that is so silly and specific, and that sounds like a bit that I would come up with my theater friends. So let's talk about what has to be my biggest selling point, that cast. Broadway fan fave Ariana DeBose was outstanding per usual. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ariana DeBose should be in every movie musical, please and thank you. She plays like a cross between Analia Owens and Marion the Librarian. Her big number, With All Your Heart, is in episode 4, and it's a showstopper for me. Aaron Tveit was so odd, and I loved it. He literally just plays an off-brand Billy Bigelow. I know, Aaron Tveit making fun of Carousel, and he gets a ridiculous catchphrase. This show was made for me. I love seeing Aaron do big, broad comedy like this. He's so funny. Kristin Chenoweth is a scene stealer, and Harada is a national treasure. Jane Krakowski is so well cast. She's just incredible at playing like overconfident, unhinged blonde women, and this is no exception. She's hysterical. Cecily Strong was real. I loved seeing the Technicolor perfection of Schmigadoon contrasted by Melissa's humanity. She looked and acted like a real person, which was oddly cathartic. Really committing to the Golden Age vibe does have some drawbacks though, because you're limited within the genre. You don't get to know the characters beyond the tropes they represent. The jokes and pacing is that of a Golden Age musical, which sometimes feels a little slow by comparison. Another thing, I wish we got to spend more time with Josh and Melissa as a couple, or we got to see them mature a little more, learn some more life lessons along the way. Because at this point, I'm still kind of thinking, your boyfriend's a jerk and Aaron Tveit is right there. Like, I don't feel like their relationship is healed in the way it needs to be, so maybe that's season 2. You know, you can only show so much with the time you have, and there was already so much ground to cover. That was probably my biggest gripe, is that it's really short. It's a 30-minute comedy, which, if you didn't know, is less than 30 minutes, and there are only 6 episodes in the first season. I was anticipating 10, or maybe only do like 5 episodes, but they're an hour each. I don't know, but I think it speaks to the quality of the show that it leaves you wanting more, so maybe I just accidentally did that interview tactic where they ask you to list a weakness, but instead you list a strength. Kristin Chenoweth brought up a really interesting point in an interview I watched. Most of the time, when theater is being made fun of, it's because it's being done badly, and I think that Schmigadoon works so well because it makes fun of theater from a place of love and understanding and respect. It's a quick, fun watch, and overall, I give it a big thumbs up. So those were just some of my thoughts. I want to hear from you. What did you think about Schmigadoon? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you're having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I think Aaron Tveit should play a himbo BF in everything from now on. Right, fellow kids?